It's me, Sailor Uranus, and it's me, Sailor Neptune here. And, well, first, get the hair over there. Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about here is soon it's going to be 8 years for, well, alright. So today I think we did talk about it, but we're going to talk about it again. Putting more detail and more time into it than we did before. So, as you know, in Cloverway, sometimes, well, also the truth is it was actually Pioneer or Pathseeker that did do it. But everybody keeps saying Cloverway, but the offshoot we always saw was the one where it says Pioneer at the end, or Pathseeker, or whatever. So, anyway, a lot of folks always said, were like, why did you become near kin? Well, we already talked about that, so. Alright. So, as you all know, the Sailor Moon film, known as Sailor Moon Eternal, French borrowed English word Sailor Moon Forever, is coming to Netflix, which happening on June the 3rd. Now, a lot of folks know that this was taking instead of the four following, or of Sailor Moon Crystal, French borrowed English word Sailor Moon Hearst. And somehow, some way, they're going to offshoot this into two films. Now, if film one's going to be on the third, and film two's going to be on the fourth, we don't know. There is a booster ring or showing on Netflix's on Netflix YouTube Fairway about it. So it is. There's truth behind that. Now, how they're going to pull it off, or what they're going to do, or what time, Netflix doesn't actually give you actual time when something has been uploaded or streamed or whatever you want to say. So it might be sometime that day. They don't actually give you times. So my guess would be is to go on and keep going on every day until you see the Sailor Moon film up, and then you can watch it. Now, they say it's going to be two films. I would guess it would be actually being two films together, back to back, or one film on one day and the other film the next day. I don't know how they're going to do this. Well, you're right. What do you think? You're right, Sarah Uranus. I don't truly know how they're going to do it. I mean, they didn't say. Your guess is as good as mine. Is it going to be two? Well, they did say it's going to be two films, so I know that. But are they going to do it back and back, or is it going to be one film the one day and the next film the other day? I don't know. Now, some folks might say, how are they going to fit it all in? Well, because since the books are always fast, boom, 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 they go through things fast, and a lot of folks, a lot of folks who read that liked it that way, so yes, probably not going to be a big thing. It's probably going to be a big thing, so it's going to go, they can go through it fast, because in the books everything was, fast. There was no filler, or whatever you want to call it. It was just 1, 2, 3. And a lot of folks were actually very, struck to know it was already going to be in English. How Toei and how Viz and Hulu used to handle it a long time ago was that first you'd get the Dawnlandish offshoot first. Then the English offshoot would come later on. But it looks like the English offshoot is all ready to go. Now, this was a film that was going to happen last year, but then COVID happened. Well, COVID already happened, but it actually took a whole year to get around the world. So when we say that, then they couldn't do any of that stuff. So they yielded it until next year. Well, it's next year is this year. So, yeah, how are they going to do it? I mean, they got 2 films, so are they going to do it back to back? Or is it going to be one film one day and one film another day? How are they going to handle Sailor Moon Forever, the 4 following of Sailor Moon? I don't know. Your guess is good as mine how they're going to do it. And, so I know a lot of folks out there probably going to be like, oh, well, I thought Hulu was going to get the rights to work with it. Since Hulu and Viz and Toei always had to deal with all the Sailor Moon stuff since 20s Heard Between YL when they started working with all the Sailor Moon things again. Why would Netflix get it? I guess because Netflix had a greater deal that Toei and Viz were happy with. That's the only guess I can come up with. But I do know one thing when we're watching it, when that day happens, or when it happens, or those days, we're going to work the Deacon Cloverway names, or whatever you want to call them. I know it's going to make some folks mad out there, but it is what it is. So another big thing folks like to ask us, and this is actually staying on that offshoot, is that why was it that we were in Super, yeah, Sailor Moon Super, or Super S is actually over, why we were only in the book offshoot of it as of right now and not in the light drawing offshoot of it. I don't know. Because back in the day, Deke and Cloverway and Toei and everyone who ever worked on Sailor Moon was offshooting Sailor Moon around the same time that the books were being made. So they really couldn't keep everything going the same way. And I guess they felt that we weren't truly needed for the 4 following. You know, when the 4 following happened. I don't know. But we do know we're in the books, and we do know we're in these 2 films. So at the end of the day, we're here. I don't know anything else about that. Yeah, well, you're right about that, Uranus. I mean, you're right about that, Sarah Uranus. At the end of the day, I don't know the answer to it. But I do know that that is the 4th film, and I'm guessing one day the 5th following is going to be handled the same way. Being done as a film, which a lot of folks thought, oh, it's going to come to the film halls first. And then they thought you would have to yield for a long time, and you get the Dawnland as offshoot first, and then the English later. But it looks like we're getting the English work right now. So that's June the 3rd, and I would guess June the 4th too, for the two breaks, since they're going to do it in 2 films. What day that's going to happen, I don't know. So your guess is good as mine. Well, if you like that film that me and Sailor Neptune over here made, then follow us here at Sailor Moon for Life. Or watch the last film that was made yesterday by Sailor Pluto and Sailor Minimoon. Well, I'm Sarah Uranus, and I'm Sailor Neptune. Hope you like this film.